Welcome back to Devlog with Jake. In this one, we're going to cover three things. First, I will introduce the character. Next, we will explore the setting. Lastly, we will discuss core gameplay mechanics as I envision them. This animation is the character, who is currently unnamed. So the look I'm going for is kind of silly and cartoony, because this keeps it within my skill set of being able to create 2D art, whereas 3D art would take me much longer and probably bog down the whole project. Now let's discuss the game setting. Where could this game take place? Well, on the title screen at the beginning of this video, you may have seen the words Our Littered World. And as that title suggests, and it's a working title, it very well may change, this game setting is in our world. And to be honest, you don't have to look very far to find litter in our world, as this quick Google search will attest. Alright, now let's discuss the gameplay mechanics. The game takes place in three phases. The first is the recycling and cleanup of the environment the character is in. There will be goals and quests. The player is gathering garbage which will be recycled and converted to raw resources that will be important for later. The next phase of gameplay takes these resources found and converts them into rocket parts. So imagine the character just recycled some amount of metal and plastics and electronics, and now they, through some UI menu, are able to convert that into building a small rocket engine and a small fuel tank and some amount of propellant. In this game phase, the player will also get to use an editor to build their own custom rocket, much like Kerbal Space Program. The last phase is the launch. In this part of the game, the player gets to see the vehicle they created on the launch pad and launch it. Depending how much tech they have unlocked, they will have some amount of control over the rocket as it flies. At this time, I'm unsure what the win condition of the game will be. It could be that the entire environment gets cleaned of litter, or that the player builds a rocket large enough that it can escape Earth and enter orbit, or even, maybe head to the moon and create a settlement or something. It is important to note each game phase is directly dependent on the player's progress in another phase. As shown in this diagram, there is a reward system in each phase. The rewards allow unlocks and progressions for another phase, creating what I hope is a satisfying game loop. Well, that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed, and keep a lookout for the next one, where I think I'll show you the menu UI, the inventory, and how the progress with that's coming along.